Good afternoon, students, families, parents, guardians, teachers, staff, and most importantly, our graduates. I'd like y'all to close your eyes for a moment. Think of your life as art on a page. Is it a Monet, maybe a Picasso? Or are you more like me and feel like it's maybe closer to a child's stick figure drawing? Or maybe a toddler's scribbles? What is it now, and what do you want it to become? Not too long ago, I was at my PALCS graduation, but I was sitting in your spot, pondering this very question. What would my life be like? Would I get married? Where would I live? Would I have kids? What would my future be? I was so caught up in my own thoughts, trying to picture a life that hadn't happened yet, that I didn't appreciate the moment. I didn't appreciate what I had just accomplished. I graduated. So, as you just heard, my name is David Howson. I'm a proud PALCS and USP graduate, class of 2017. And I now have the esteemed honor of serving on the PALCS board, where we do everything we possibly can to make the school the best it can be for our families, parents, faculty, staff, and most importantly, for our students. I'd like y'all to raise your hand if you've ever done one of those connect the dots worksheets. I'm not gonna lie, I still like to do them now. If you don't know what it is, it's just a piece of paper. It's got a bunch of dots all over it, seemingly in random places. They all have numbers next to them. You use your pencil to connect the dots in order, and eventually, you create a beautiful drawing, an artwork, a masterpiece. I like to think of our lives as our own connect the dots worksheets. With each new event, a new dot is added. Some are maybe bigger than others. For you graduates, for example, this may be your biggest dot yet. The lines are the connecting threads between those events. They show us what we've learned, how we've grown, and they shape us into who we are. And eventually, they are what creates our masterpiece. When you think about life this way, it's not so scary. You just move from one dot to the next and learn about yourself as you do. My path since graduation has been an absolute whirlwind, from transferring colleges to looking for internships, trying to get a job in this job market, buying a house, getting married, joining the PALCS board, and now preparing to welcome my first child into the world in just a month or two here. All this may sound like a triumph, like maybe I accomplished something, but I often felt lost during most of it and still do sometimes. All I've been working with is try your best, do hard, work hard, everything's gonna work out. I don't know about you, that doesn't seem like a super solid plan to me. I never understood how a 17, 18-year-old was supposed to graduate high school and know what they want to do for the rest of their life. It's been almost 10 years for me. I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life. If you're in that camp, let me tell you a secret. Your teachers, your parents, adults, we don't know what we're doing either. We're making it up as we go, just like you are. I think we just might do a little bit better job hiding it than you guys do. I have a family genetic issue that causes muscle tremors, especially in my hands and my feet. It's often made worse by anxiety. In 11th grade at USP, I wrote a memoir for class called Earthquakes and Aftershocks. It was about my struggles with the tremors and my anxiety, and it was what served as the basis for this speech. When I wrote that nearly 10 years ago, I never thought that I could be up on this stage doing this, giving a speech to all of you, but I've grown since then. I've learned about myself, I've grown in confidence, and now this is something I can do. So if you see me shaking, please don't be alarmed. It's just a reminder of how far I've come. I'd like to take you all back to the fall of 2017, my freshman year of college, which many of you will be experiencing very soon. And I'd like to tell you about the 3 lessons I learned from that semester. The first is about going out of your comfort zone. I was initially interested in George Mason University because my brother actually lived right off campus. That's why I toured in the first place. I thought maybe I could live with him, be a commuter student, Or even if I lived on campus, he would be right there. But his wife got a new job and they moved to a different state before I even got there. Already, a dot that I thought would be in one place on my page was moved somewhere else. Now, I had always struggled to make friends, and I don't know anyone in Virginia, so I knew this would be quite a difficult situation. I'd like to say once classes started, I went out there, I got out of my comfort zone, I made friends, but that wouldn't be true. I spent most of my time in the gym, running on the treadmill by myself, sitting on my dorm room bed playing video games, feeling lonely, and wishing I was just about anywhere else. Then something happened. My next door neighbor on my dorm floor gave me a chance. They talked to me, they were patient with me, they didn't let me push them away, and eventually I went out of my comfort zone and we became friends. And that friendship led to many others, and if you're an introvert like me, you know the easiest way to make friends is for an extrovert to kind of like adopt you, and then you can just follow them around. I kept going out of my comfort zone more and more, making new friends, meeting new people, going to events I never thought I could go to. But those people that I met, I still talk to this day. So that lesson taught me two things. One, people who care for you, are patient with you, and look out for you are an incredible gift, and you need to keep them close. And the second is it's okay to go out of your comfort zone. It's often good. That is the quickest and best way to grow. The second lesson I learned that semester was about the danger of comparison, which is only going to get harder for all of you as you move on to this next chapter in your lives and meet new people and new environments. The quote, "Comparison is the thief of joy," is something that I've had to learn over and over and over and over and over and over, and maybe a couple more overs again. And I'm still working on it. It's so easy to look around and feel like everyone's smarter, richer, prettier, more handsome, or just plain better than you are. Especially with social media like Instagram, TikTok, it's hard to imagine you can be as perfect as the people you see on there. I felt this way about my freshman year roommate. He was randomly assigned. He grew up right around campus. He actually had his high school graduation in the campus basketball arena, so he knew pretty much everybody. And like I said, I didn't know anyone in Virginia. He was smart, charismatic. He was strong. He was in the gym all the time. He was kind of built like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. As you can see, I'm not, and that didn't help with the comparison thing. He seemed perfect. But at the end of the day, when our dorm room would close and he wasn't putting on an act anymore, I saw he was human. He was struggling. He wasn't perfect. He was normal, just like me. We're both just trying to draw dots and lines on our pages. Sure, we share this dot, but we're making completely different pieces of artwork. That lesson taught me not to compare myself to others. You're all on your own journeys. Just because someone seems perfect doesn't mean they are. And they deserve grace just like you deserve grace too. The third lesson I learned that semester is about trusting your intuition. Now, there's a distinction I'd like to make here on the word anxiety. I used it a little earlier. There's the bad anxiety, which is probably what you're thinking of when I say the word anxiety, and then the good anxiety, that little feeling you get in your chest, trusting your gut, your intuition. Winter break of that year, I did just that. I logged into my student portal and I was prepared to pay for my spring semester. It was a lot of money. And something in my gut told me no. Told me that's not where your dot is supposed to be. And I listened. I thought I was going to go to that college for 4 years, but I listened. I moved back home, I went to community college for 1 semester, and then finished my degree at Westchester University. Now, some may look at this as giving up. I just said I struggled to make friends, so maybe I didn't have the grit, maybe I couldn't overcome. But I don't see it like that. I see this as my gut, my intuition guiding me towards my future. Now, I have a house, I'm married, I have a kid on the way, all dots that wouldn't be on my page if I hadn't made that decision. I've learned you can't connect the dots looking forward, trying to draw lines to events that haven't happened yet. You can only connect the dots looking backwards once you've experienced those events, experienced life, and move from there. Now that we have this connect the dot metaphor in place, I'd like you all to close your eyes again. Hopefully none of your eyes are already closed. Think of your life as art on a page again, but this time as a connect the dots page. What does it look like? Think of some of those happy memories, those joyous moments, those good dots on your page. Now think again about some of those bad memories, maybe those tragic events. How have they shaped you? How have they formed you into what you are today? I find these times of reflection all too rare, but incredibly important. So make time for them if you can. No matter what your answer to those questions were, it got you here to this moment, this day, this graduation, which is, like I said, probably your biggest dot yet. And it's something everyone in this room shares. We're all making different artworks, but we share this dot on our pages. So I want you to trust the process. The good, the bad, it all shapes you into who you are. But for you graduates, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. This is a jumping off point for you. Some of you are going to head to college, others to trade school. Maybe some of you are going to join the military or travel. Others are going to join the workforce right away. And some of you are going to make entirely new paths. And I can't wait to see all the incredible dots you put on your pages. So invest in this moment. You've earned it. This is a huge achievement. It's the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, probably forgetting to log into PALCS school a few times, messing up the order of PEMDAS in math class, learning that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and trying to explain to your friends how a cyber gym class works. My friends still don't get it. Soon you're going to flip your tassel to the other side of this hat, you're going to walk across this stage, shake a few hands, and accomplish something incredible. Don't be like me, caught up in your own thoughts, trying to connect dots that aren't even on your page yet. Bask in this moment, and remember the lessons that got you here. So congratulations, class of 2025. As you leave here today, I want you to remember your pages are just beginning to be filled. Embrace the unknown. Go out of your comfort zone. Don't compare yourself to others. Trust that intuition. Make new dots on your page and learn about yourself as you connect them. Now go create those masterpieces. Thank you.